Hello my beautiful love goods, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I am building another tiny house, and this one is another recreation of a real life tiny house. So if you have not seen the last video of this series, I will be sure to leave it linked in the description down below, as well as on the end card and in the iCard. That's very hard to say, honestly, for me. But I did a video a few days ago where I recreated a real life tiny house, and it got very good reception, so I decided to do another one. I hope you all are liking these because they were actually a lot of fun. I don't really have to overthink it whenever I do these. I have a reference, I have, images to look at so that I can, not have to be the one to make the decisions as much. It's more like, oh, I just need to find things to match this. So yeah, it's definitely a challenge, but it's also really, really freeing at the same time. So it's a lot of fun, and I highly recommend it. Pinterest is your best friend when you're doing these kinds of builds because you can find so much references on Pinterest. Now with this one, I did find the reference for it on Pinterest. However, I did continue doing more research into that specific house because in the Pinterest pin, that's hard to say too, there is a little description. And so what I did was I basically just Googled that little description, and I found it on another website where there were more pictures of this house, more from the back view and the interior. I didn't really match the back view all that much just because it was kind of confusing. I don't know. I didn't really like it, and it especially wasn't really like appropriate for the Sims because I think there was like a garage or a shed or something, I don't know. And with this house, I started building it in Willow Creek on a 30 by 20 lot, just so that I could at least kind of get a rough idea of how many tiles there were and how many tiles I was using. I do believe it is still considered a tiny house because I do move it to Granite Falls later. I did, however, have to make it bigger, unfortunately, so it might not be considered a tiny house anymore. But honestly, I'm not counting the deck and the patio, not the patio, whatever they call that, the balcony. It's not really a balcony, veranda, that thing on the back where the front door is. Yeah, like I'm not counting those, to be honest, because I think it's arbitrary because it's not the actual interior of the house. But so yeah, I would say the interior of the house is about 100 tiles. Maybe less than that, hopefully. But if not, it still captures the essence of a tiny house by any means. So yeah, I really, really like this house, and I didn't want to just not build it just because it wasn't under 100 tiles. And yeah, it's just all for good fun, so it doesn't matter for me. So what have you all been up to lately during this lockdown, during this, nonsense that is no longer 2020? It's now 2021, and guess what? We're still here. But yeah, I am just hanging out, just relaxing. I've been watching TV a lot more lately, like not like I've been watching it more, but more I've been watching it more for recreation rather than doing other things. So it's actually been kind of nice because I find myself always in this like headspace where I like need to be productive whenever I am doing like having downtime or something. I'm like, I need to be doing something. I need to be doing something. But now I'm just trying to find a happy balance between, doing YouTube, doing my day job, but then also doing nothing. When I say nothing, I mean doing things that aren't quote unquote productive. So, like playing Animal Crossing or watching Shrek, because that's what I've been doing today. I did just finish recording this build, and I actually took a lot longer to do this than I thought I would. So I've been watching a lot of YouTube, and I also started watching Shrek again towards the end of this build. I was watching Tamahiro here on YouTube, previously known as Tamashi Hiroka. I've been watching like her videos, just kind of binging them because they're so entertaining, and I love her content. Definitely check out her videos if you're a big Pokemon fan or just a video game fan in general. She has a lot of really cool introspectives on just Pokemon in general as a video game, and it's really, really cool. I definitely highly recommend her videos. Yeah, and also I've just been really loving watching just movies, and just movies from my childhood, not even movies that are like new. I'm one of those people that consuming new media actually gives me a lot of anxiety, just because a number of reasons mentally, but also just because I'm just like, I don't want to like get too into a new universe, if you know what I mean. This sounds insane, fine. But being exposed to a new universe stresses me out a lot, and it's just oof. I can't even. just watching a new movie, I'm like, I don't know what's about to happen, so I'm not feeling great about this. So I don't know. Let me know if y'all are like that, because I haven't really met a lot of people that are, to be honest. Like, so many people are like, wait a minute, you haven't seen this? What are you talking about? I'm like, well, oh, I don't know. I just haven't gotten around to watching it. And then in reality, I'm just like, I'm avoiding watching new content because I'm afraid. So do let me know if you are also like that as well, because it would be nice to know, honestly. Also, with this house, going back to the build, with the house and the interior, I actually did it twice. The first time, I actually hated the interior. I don't know what I was thinking with it. I didn't like it. It just wasn't working out the way that I wanted it to. But later on, I do actually figure out a much better interior design for it, and I absolutely love it. It was still kind of the same idea, but I just changed it a little. Don't worry, you won't be seeing me renovate this. You won't be seeing me decorate this house twice. Don't worry. I did cut out all that. I just deleted that footage, and I just went back and started over again. And I'm really happy with it. I used a lot of stuff from like Spa Day and Eco Lifestyle, Tiny Living. Those are really good packs for this house, especially, to be honest. Maybe some Perfect Patio stuff. A couple, also Snowy Escape as well, though that is a very beneficial. Wow, I can't speak tonight, y'all. I have tried recording this voiceover like 3 or 4 times, and my new way of doing voiceovers now is I'm pausing every few minutes of speaking, just so that I can just kind of like breathe. And I figured out a good system for that. But here I am. I think I am doing the interior. Okay, so this is before I do the restart, I think. So you will see me kind of start figuring out some things. I thought I would leave this in because it is kind of what I did leave in the end, but I do make the house a little bit bigger here and there, just because the picture just kind of was throwing me off a little bit, and I'll leave it linked down below if you want to go check out that picture on the website. It was kind of throwing me off a little bit just because of the depth of the picture. Photos really tend to flatten things, so I wasn't really sure how long the house was. So yeah, and one of the interior shots actually has a, like weird, it has like a loft, then there's like the bathroom, and then there's the kitchen. But then I couldn't really do that in this game because the loft was like above the bathroom, and we obviously can't really do that like really in the Sims 4. Like, we can kind of do it with like different floors, but I don't know. But anyways, here I am moving on to the interior, and this is me redoing the interior. So I'm so glad that it's seamless because you can't even tell, to be honest. I do make some adjustments here and there as we go on, and it's probably over 100 tiles at this point, but it's still the essence. So it's still a tiny house to me. So I do make this, I tried to do this twice. I tried to make this a little platform, like sleeping area, but I needed a space for the bathroom, and I genuinely couldn't figure it out any other way. So I do get rid of the platform and make that area a bathroom, and then I do the downstairs, I make the downstairs a bedroom, but also a bathtub area. Just wait, we'll get there. It'll look a certain way. It'll look great. Again, I don't know what words I'm using tonight. I'm so sorry. But anyways, with this house though, it will seem a little bit odd, the selection of items that I'm using, just because I'm looking at the references here and I'm trying to kind of match the colors and the style of the items. And in real life, designers are a little bit more bold with their statements. So, I wouldn't normally use this particular like little side table here in that swatch with this flooring and everything, but it kind of works, honestly. So yeah, and then I did a coffee table to match it. They're both from Snowy Escape, and I wouldn't normally use like this orangey wood whenever I have like light woods everywhere, but in the actual house it really works, and here it actually works. It's a nice little bit of contrast. It kind of catches the eye a little bit. So yeah, I really recommend looking up like real life houses and, seeing like designers' blogs and stuff and getting inspiration from there. If you're kind of not sure how to build and decorate a house, I definitely recommend just really like focusing on research. Don't just go on Pinterest and look up one picture. Go on, a article if you can of a house and just like look at the whole thing, like see how it's set up, see how the floor plan is, see how it's oriented. You will be surprised, because sometimes in The Sims 4, I think we build a certain way just because we're used to building a certain way. But then we look at real life houses and we're like, wait a minute, this is like kind of different. Mainly because The Sims 4 is different, because you can't really build it exactly in this game. That's just how it is. But yeah, it's really fun. Definitely highly recommend checking out, like designers' blogs, stuff like that. It's super handy. Also, I wanted to just say thank you all so much for the kind comments and the support on the recent videos. You guys leaving such lovely comments is actually much more beneficial to me than you think. It's not just, nice to read and it's nice to see you all. It's also supporting my channel. So if you would like, you just leave a comment down below letting me know like what style of house that you want to see me build next, whether it's the Real to Sims series or even just in general. Do let me know. YouTube comments actually help me out, as well as hitting the like button too. I know that YouTubers tend to throw it in your face a lot and they like, oh, hit the like button and subscribe, but in all actuality, it genuinely does help my channel. So if you are not subscribed, consider becoming a Love Good and subscribing. It's free, obviously, and I try to upload videos about every single day around 10 a.m. Obviously, things get in the way. My life gets in the way sometimes. This isn't my full-time job by any means, but yeah, it helps me out. Every little bit counts. So yeah, I've been really trying to focus a little bit more on YouTube lately, just to kind of take it a little bit more seriously, not just kind of sit by and think that it's gonna do itself. I'm just trying to kind of push myself, not too hard by any means, but just, kind of, actually work. So I don't know what I was gonna say there, but anyways, I was actually talking about playing Animal Crossing earlier, and I just wanted to ask if any of you all are like Animal Crossing players. Give me some tips, because y'all, figuring out where to place my villagers' homes, but also where to place like community buildings. I don't know. I don't know where to place them. I don't know like what makes sense. I don't know what looks good. I want an aesthetically beautiful island. I've seen so many good ones. Like, I watch streamers and I'm just like, how is this that nice? How are you doing this? This is amazing. I mean, I know they're putting in like hundreds and hundreds of hours, but I'm just like blown away, to be honest, because I'm just like, how? This is just, it's like intentionally like placed everywhere. But like, it seems so planned, but not. And I need that energy. I want that energy on my island. Like, my island in Animal Crossing is named Luna, and I am starting to kind of get attached to a certain few of my little villagers, but the rest of them, I'm kind of just hoping they leave eventually so that I can get new ones. The ones that I plan on keeping are Deirdre, Eloise, and Phil for sure. Those are the 3 that I have. Deirdre is actually one of my starter villagers, and I absolutely love her. She is just adorable. She is a little deer, and she wears a little yellow sweater that has flowers on it, and she calls you whatevs, like whatevs, and I love her. I love her. She gives me like low-key Elwood's vibes if she was cottagecore. So yeah, I really love Deirdre. And Eloise, obviously, she's an amazing villager. She's so cute. And then Phil, he is hilarious to me. He's just kind of pompous and just, I don't know, he's got an attitude that I adore him. He's super interesting. I do have some other villagers that I like, but I'm just like, you know what, if you want to leave, I'm not gonna stop you. I love you regardless. I'll see you eventually. I was actually very upset because my last villager slot was filled with somebody that I didn't really want, and I just saw Sky in my campsite, and I got very, sad. But anyways, if you like this kind of video, please be sure to hit the like button as well as subscribe if you are new. And I also will be uploading another one of these videos eventually, but if you want to go see the last one, I will leave it in the iCard as well as in the description down below. And go check out my tiny house builds, because those are also going to be a series too, just so you know. But anyways, I love you all so much. Thank you all so very much for watching. Stay weird and beware of the nargles.